Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the breakdown of the mods that are being tested. Basically, how the famous testing list evolves, what's new, what's there, what's interesting, what's missing, and what caught my attention. Today it's Friday, and we are going to take the time not only to see how everything is evolving today versus yesterday, but how everything changed during the week. A global view of what's going on within the testing scenario. That makes the video a bit longer, but also includes a lot of extra and useful information. Let's get to it. We are going to start by paying attention to what happened, of course, with the mods that were being tested yesterday. We're going to start with the mods that progress testing, means mods that were being tested yesterday and today. Giants keeps testing them. We have 30 mods in that phase, 4 on PC and 26 on console. Special mention to the old stream farm, which keeps progressing at console testing. The next element is not so funny. The next element is to review the mods that are no longer in today's testing list, and we can read that as mods that have been sent back to the modder to change, fix something, solve an issue detected by Giants while testing, etc. We have 21 mods no longer appearing on the testing list. Now it's time to break down the mods released today. Those who usually makes us happy, because it means more content to play with. Starting off saying that 14 mods have been released today. There are a couple of things that I'd like to highlight. Let's pay attention to mods that are now released, but were not in yesterday's testing list. It's the case of the Autoload stock trailer pack. It was on testing list early this week, disappeared from it, and hey, surprise! Released this Friday for PC only. Another important situation to mention is a case of mods that have been released today, but were not reported inside of any of the testing lists shared by Giants this week. It is the case of the Unicornic XL 2.8, the Reduced Engine Braking Force, and the Power Pack. Last two for PC only. Moving on back to the present day, today Friday, there are 73 mods being tested. Compared with yesterday, the amount of mods in testing increased since we have 73 versus the 52 reported yesterday. Analyzing these 73 mods, we start as usual checking on new entries, meaning mods that have been included today in the testing list. Remember that those could be total new or mods that are coming back into testing after getting fixed by the modder. It is awesome that we have 43 new entries in the testing list, splitting it up into 31 at PC testing and 12 at console testing. With all that, we have 2 mods that passed PC testing in between yesterday and today, progressing successfully to console testing. They pass. It could be released soon. Talking about the viable bales and also the class tractors package. We're going to mention that pack later. Now let's check what's inside these 43 new mods in testing, because some of them got my attention, starting with the class Axion 800 and the class Lexion 8000. It's going to be interesting since we have a pack of class tractors also in console testing. You know that there is a non-written guideline when accepting mods in the hub that does not allow 2 of the same mods to be released. We will see what happens with these 2 since there is already a class Lexion release in the hub. I can also see something called Fantasy Land. By the name of it, it seems a map. If you follow the gameplay that we do at 82's Farms crossplay server, that usually happens on Sundays, you know that I like grass work. And there is a brand that makes working with grass especially pleasant. We have 2 pieces of equipment branded Neverland, and they are the Neverland Tarup 107 and the Neverland Tarup TA753C. Excited about those. We can also see that Alien Jimmy is back with what seems to be an update to No Man's Land, one of the all-time favorite maps of the community. Closing the new entries and breaking down now what's on console testing, we have to mention the famous and not so useful Lizard Continental. It's back into console testing, and of course, it's going to be Titanus when it's out. We can also see a class Chirion 3000 and a John Deere 7R with the 2018 version of it. The week has come to an end and we have the data, this scenario to analyze and see how the testing process evolves during the week. Let's check some data and probably make some conclusions about it. Here you can see a very clear graphic on how the amount of mods submitted to be tested changed during this week. It's been stable, sitting around 1,000 plus mods, with the exception of yesterday that it bumped up to 1,100 plus. We can also see a special situation where between Thursday and Friday, the mods went back to the regular number, meaning that more than 100 mods were rejected almost instantly. I see a lot of people blaming Giants because they don't release mods fast enough, but I wonder if the quality of the mods submitted is at the right level. Keep in mind, guys, that even a broken mod takes a spot and time into a tester's schedule. He needs to start the process, test the mod, reject it, and get another one. Imagine this is a scenario with more than 1,000 mods. Now let's pay attention to something that caught the attention of everybody: the time for newly submitted mods. Even though the amount of mods to be tested seems stable, we can see a constant increase in the time to test newly submitted mods. We are not talking about the time that will take to test the more than 1,000 mods there. We are talking about an estimated time where a mod that has been sent today might enter the testing list. We started the week at 12 days and we are now at 15 days. Basically, if I'm about to send a mod today, it will be at least 3 weeks until it could be tested. Remember, we're talking about working days, Monday to Friday. Now let's move on and analyze the last piece of data that I want to check: the tendency. A lot of information can be seen there, so let's detail it. The amount of listed mods, the size of the testing list, started the week up high in the sky but went down during the week until today that went back to a higher number. The new entries in the list was impressive on Tuesday, while it didn't go that well during the week, recovering a bit today, Friday, and we'll see what happens the next week. Now talking about the red line, and that concerns me a bit. Those are mods that presumably failed testing. The numbers are actually quite high, with an average of 20 mods failing test daily. That is not good, guys. It means that if we are testing 60 mods, 20, meaning 30% of them, are going to fail. Closing the week breakdown with the release mods, with a weekly average of 9 new mods per day. Wednesday was the winner with 19 mods released in the Mod Hub, 8 for PC and 11 for all platforms. Pay attention to closing numbers, and this week a total of 39 mods were released, 23 on all platforms and 16 only for PC. We are going to close the analysis today with some conclusions. We can say that the modding community keeps pushing and submitting mods to Giants, but also I can see that there are a lot of these mods that should be kept a bit further, improved, tested more by the modder, and then submit them to Giants for testing. The amount of mods being released versus of the amounts being tested is low indeed. But again, it's a Giants' fault. Lastly today, special mention to the Giants' official announcement of the patch 1.3, due to be released in the upcoming weeks, fixing a lot of issues. TLX is waiting for it. Now stay tuned to the channel if you want to hear deeper analysis on what's going on within the testing of new mods for the farming simulator. Having said that, be nice, play nice, and see you around in the channel. Today, Farm Team Show 82 Studio is going to be there, and we have a stream. I have a present for those console players. Stay tuned, don't miss it. Bye!